Running low on matches. The Glacier Lake Emergency Shelter was located on the opposite side of the Weasel River, making it useless if we had an accident. They call this the land that never melts, though this isn't strictly true. Here, the water levels of the rivers aren't just influenced by rain, but by how quickly the glaciers thaw in warm weather. A clearing sky and pleasant 15 degrees Celsius can present its own problems. Waking up in the early hours of the morning to perform crossings is sometimes recommended. Parties having their way blocked entirely and having to turn back is not unheard of. But the Schwarzenbach presented no real issue, and after fording the river, we crossed into the Arctic Circle at 66 degrees and 34 minutes north. Later in the day, we hit our second moraine, worse than the first and a sign of things to come. The only aircraft we've seen. We lost the trail and we went away we shouldn't have. The boulders have no soil holding them, so we took care not to roll them down or let any body parts get trapped between them. Towards the end of the day, the muscles in my left hip became so tight I could barely walk. The last 5 kilometers were a real struggle. We crawled through kilometers of rock slides, where camping is ill-advised, and reached Thor Emergency Shelter.
I am dead. That was a long day. Oh.
All right, coming into camp. I just got to figure out where we're gonna set up our tent over here. It's been a long day, long tough day. Off we go. Over here is the emergency shelter and outhouse. Outhouses are placed very, very far apart in specific spots that are a bit more exposed. Is these rock rings to have a safe spot for your tent, because you need to be out of the wind, and in areas like this, as you can see, are a bit more open, so it just provides a little protection.
Since pre-European contact, tent rings of stones have sheltered homes. Our tent was guyed out fully every night. There is no room for complacency when 100-kilometer-hour winds are known to rise up and shred tents to destruction. If Steve had anything to say, it's don't let the good weather now fool you into thinking it won't turn later. All right, end of day 2.
What about end of day 2?
No, that's my timestamp.
Yeah, end of day 2. We went from Schwarzenbach.
Yeah, Schwarzenbach.
Schwarzenbach to Thor. The map says 10 kilometers, but it feels like it was a lot longer, and that's partially because we had some massive moraines to get over without a clear path. So there's a lot of loose rock, and I don't mean rocks, I mean rocks. It's been sunny, warm, probably at least 15 degrees, so that made the day really pleasant and comfortable as well.
Yeah, we've had incredible weather.
Yeah, incredible. Low winds.
Yeah.
But just enough of a breeze to cool us down.
Yeah, it's not the experience everyone gets in Akshayuk Pass.
Yeah.
So my hip gave out in the last couple of hours there. Were pretty good grind. Almost didn't make it into camp here.
Yeah, we were slowing down at the end of the day.
Yeah, these packs are heavy.
Yeah.
Thor, yesterday we saw it from a distance. Today it's like literally across from our campsite. Those moraines, get a taste of them today. Hopefully will prepare us for tomorrow.
And how are you feeling there? Do you have more to say?
No, that's about it.
All right, so then tomorrow it is.
The elevation gain became more noticeable. Our goal was to reach the highest point of the pass at Summit Lake. Further north in the pass, fewer and fewer landmarks are named. Unnamed streams, unnamed mountains became more common. Things that anywhere else would have had the stamp of an English word on them. Many of these places didn't even have Inuktitut names. When there's so many mountains that only some of them are considered unique, proper navigation is key. We came to Half Hour Creek at midday, one of the more significant water crossings. Though it wasn't much deeper than the previous ones, velocity was much faster. It only takes knee-deep water to kill someone if it's moving quick enough. If your foot gets caught, the current will push you down and hold you under. I saw someone nearly die this way many years ago, and it's not pretty. Parks Canada has done what they can to make the route safer for travelers, with periodic emergency shelters and caches of gear at the more dangerous river crossings. But safer does not mean safe. Like all water at this latitude, it was cold, dangerously cold. Summit Lake is beautiful, but lousy camping. It's even more exposed than most other spots in the pass, and has poor water access. Okay, end of day 3 at Summit Lake.
Trying to remember everything we did today and
Just some crossings and throw a camera in the lake.
Oh god. On a simple crossing across a creek, I just fell backwards on my bum, and as I was getting up, the camera popped off the cotton carrier into the water in front of me. And this is my good Canon EOS camera. The lens that was on it definitely has water in it. The camera's been opened up. I dried it immediately. These two came and helped and carried my bag across.
And looked over.
Yeah, I screamed when the camera, like I never scream, but when my camera went in that water, I screamed.
I believe that we're at our highest summit, highest elevation for our trip at Summit here, so this is really cool. And because I was a bad boy, I'm going to sleep in the emergency shelter.
Oh no, I got to edit that out. Don't say that.
Don't say that. As a earth sciences nerd, I am nerding out a little bit on the geology of the region, the moraine versus esker. Beautiful example of a moraine. As glaciers build, they pick up rock and debris, and then when they melt, it drops the load. And you can see here where the glacier came down the mountain and then dropped the big load of rocks. But I've already bored these guys with that.
Yeah. It's a pile of rocks.
It's not just a pile of rocks. And you, Patrick?
My legs are working again, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, your hip wasn't bugging you today.
Yeah, it's not. Now it's my knee on the same leg. It's not working so good.
Well, do another stretch session before.
Yeah, I probably should. We had a GPS, but we mostly referred to the map. This far north, the magnetic declination in 2024 was about negative 27 degrees west. That is to say, any point you shoot needs to be corrected by over 7% of a circle, which is a huge error, and you really don't want to get lost out here. The one thing we didn't need to worry about was waterborne diseases. There's nothing at this latitude that carries them. No filtering, no boiling, no chlorine tabs, just pure glacial water. Though my hip had fixed itself, repeated hyperextensions of my left knee had caused it to swell.
Oh, that's better.
I considered stopping us for the day before the Turner Moraine. Being stuck up there in the dark with nowhere to pitch a tent wasn't very appealing. But, with a day lost from our luggage being stuck in a Iqaluit, I changed my mind and we pushed on. This was the worst one yet, the steepest and loosest, with no clear way through. A choose your own adventure, really.
It almost looks like there's movement that way, but that just seems really steep. Do you see it, Patrick?
Yeah, I don't really see a wave or anything here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're doing great. Yeah, just keep switch backing until we get to the top.
You okay?
So that way down there is the Norman Glacier. Once we make camp tonight, we have to try to make it over that tomorrow to get to Glacier Lake.
It's just debris and rock for kilometers and many hours to go. We're gonna be having a long day today.
All right, so down here we have the Turner, and we can see the tent ring straight ahead, just off in the distance. It's a good spot for camp. Presumably there's a water source down there. So if we cross too high, it's really rough and fast. It would be really unsafe. But also if we go too far down, that might be quicksand. So probably somewhere in the middle, maybe the lower third where it flattens out and it's rocky is our best spot.
Doing okay there?
What's that?
Doing okay?
Yeah, just taking it a bit slowly. All right, running low on matches. Hopefully this works. I've never tried to light a stove this way. Come on. Oh. Whew. My mom gave this to me. Thanks, Mom. That was quite a haul to get through that esker. Or is that a moraine? I can't never remember the difference.
I think that was a moraine that we did today. Yeah. I don't even know how much ground we've covered.
Not that
covered.
much.
Yeah.
I want to say it's less than 10K.
Yeah.
But that was a really hard 10K.
Yeah, that was a hard 10K. I was expecting it to be cloudy and rainy the whole time, so I left the sunscreen behind because it was going to be extra weight, and now I'm getting burnt from the face and on the shoulders with no time to recover, so it's just going to get more and more burnt.
Leaving Summit Lake and our first ascent, treacherous there. A couple sections, very dangerous. A couple slides for me and stuff, a little small cuts of the hand, but nothing major.
Your trekking poles?
Yeah, trekking poles, both of them broken. And, you know, kind of disappointed with that.
I think we'll never get sponsors because all we do is complain when we break shit.
Well, we could talk about the stuff that has lasted so
Yeah,
far.
this Eureka 10 is awesome, but I think we're going out of business.
My boots, my Merrill boots are doing great.
Yeah.
No.
My L Bean hiking poles have been going strong for,
Yeah.
I don't even know how many years now.
And I got mine new and this year, and they're solid.
Feet are a bit sore. These moraines I
Yeah.
didn't realize are really...
They're so big.
I'm hoping when I wake up tomorrow that my knees are the same size. I hope I'm not doing any damage to it by pushing through until we get our rest day. But we really need to make Glacier Lake tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's less than 10K tomorrow, but it'll be a really hard 10K.
Yeah. And today we lose our friend. Kira's turned around and we'll be heading back. So Kira was on the boat with us coming in, and she just went part way and turning back now. I hope our rest day is sunny. I want a sunny, perfect rest day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bedtime?
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.